All right, in today's video, we're going to talk about
Take two. Hi, students. In today's video, we are going to be speaking about figurative language. This is a standard that we need to cover in 7th grade, and it says demonstrate understanding of figurative language, word relationships, and nuances in word meanings. We will be doing this within our reading as well as our writing this year. Now to review.
Similes. They are comparing two things using like or as, whereas metaphors are comparing two things without using like or as.
Idioms are that expression. First day of school when I asked you, are you in a pickle? That was an idiom. Onomatopoeias.
Boing!
Zing! It's a word that mimics how it sounds.
A hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration, and alliteration are words that start with the same letter or sound. Sally sold seashells on the seashore. That was really hard for me to do.
Yeah, very good. Lastly, I have to say, this is my favorite. Personification is when you give an inanimate object human-like character traits, and we'll talk about some examples in a bit here.
So first we've got a simile example.
So if I say,
she was as tall as a tree.
it means she was really
Tall.
tall. He biked like a gazelle being chased by a cheetah. That would mean, my goodness, he is biking fast.
Now, a metaphor example.
What?
That was you.
That was mine. Okay. His love filled an ocean every time he gazed at Bernadette. Remember, metaphors is comparing two things, but it's not using like or as. It's comparing his love as deep as the ocean.
The first sip of coffee gives me life. So we're comparing that first sip to having life.
Next up, we have idioms. Idioms are commonly used in our language. He is so hot. In college, I had a roommate, Tana Lachumi Sukamaran from Malaysia, and she didn't understand this. She actually thought that somebody was on fire, but we were just using an idiom.
Aw, Miss Hanson, cut me some slack. Next, we've got onomatopoeia. Zzz, zzz, zzz.
Wake up, get the
No.
forklift.
Forklift, yes.
Now we're moving on to hyperboles, which is an extreme exaggeration, which you understand because you use this all the time with speaking, especially to your parents. Here's one example. Miss Strum gives so much homework, I'll be like working on it for like 100 years.
Miss Hanson is as wild as a... I forgot it. Miss Hanson is as wild and crazy as a tornado. Alliteration, words that start with the same letter or sound.
The big bad bear scared all the baby bunnies by the bushes.
Paula planted all the pretty pink poppies in the pot.
Lastly, my favorite, personification. Now, you all know on the left, that is Lightning McQueen. And when Cars came out, I saw it like 1 billion times. Psst, that's hyperbole, extreme exaggeration. But Lightning McQueen, he's got a point of view. He's got characterization. We feel what he's going through. We want him to win the Piston Cup. He's not a real person. He's not a human, but he feels like it.
Okay, I've got a little spoiler alert for Toy Story 4 if you haven't seen it. This is Forky. Bonnie makes Forky using things that are in the trash. And so then Forky becomes alive. Okay, so she's personifying this fork by creating him and making him into a toy.
Hi, Miss Strum. Do you think they figured out figurative language?
I have no reaction.
I'm hungry.